What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. With 2025 drawing to a close, I wanted to come on here and do a video talking about what I consider to be the 5 coolest guns that I've reviewed in 2025. And this is purely my opinion, and I want to hear yours down below. What guns would you have added to the list? And are there any on here that you disagree with? Now, this list, one of the caveats to it is the guns are in no particular order as far as my favorite. They're just how they're going to appear in the video. So don't think that the one that I talk about last or the one that I talk about first is my favorite. No, I'm not going to do that in this video. It's just me talking about what I think are the coolest guns that I've covered this year. And number one is going to be the Sig Flux Legion. Now, this gun come out a couple of years ago, I believe, and it is one that I recently picked up at the beginning of 2025. Had some controversy with it with YouTube, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, but it's not the only one on this list that we had controversy with. But the gun itself is based on the SIG P320, and it has some very cool features. And it basically began as a chassis system from Raider, and they basically, SIG decided to release this on their own because it becomes so popular, and they released it in the Legion model. This gun is an extremely cool gun. It's a lot of fun to shoot. I've burned up a lot of ammo with this gun, and I look forward to many more range sessions with it. Now, moving on to number 2, and this one is going to be one that is on a lot of people's lists, and I had to be here, and that is going to be the Canik MC9 Prime. That's another gun that I picked up earlier this year, and it has taken the concealed carry market by storm. The gun is compact. It has that classic Canik trigger that everybody loves. And like I've said in all of my videos, Canik has the best out-of-the-box trigger of any firearms manufacturer for a striker-fired gun that I've ever put my hands on. The gun is fun to shoot. It uses the magazines from the original Caniks, the full-size Caniks. And you know, that's one caveat to it. Now, the magazines that come with the MC9 Prime will not work in a lot of the older guns, a lot of the other full-size Caniks, for obvious reasons. I talk about that in the other video. Go back and check the reviews out on that gun, and you'll see where I actually talk about it and demonstrate it. But the gun feels good in the hand. The texturing of it it's kind of unique. It's designed specifically for concealed carry. You get the TTI combat texturing on the front strap and the back strap, but then it is softened on the sides of it. So when you are, carrying the gun, if you're going to conceal carry this gun, it does not tear you up and chafe as bad, especially if you have it close to your skin. The next gun on this list, of course, is going to be one that may surprise you and may not, and it is going to be my Glock Templar. Particularly, this is the Glock 45, the G45, chambered in 9mm. This has the Glock 19 slide with the Glock 17 size grip. And this gun is cool just because of the engravings. I mean, that is what makes this gun special. This gun was built by Shark Coast Tactical. Those guys have done a phenomenal job on this gun. And in fact, I actually looked at a couple of more of their guns recently. Came very close to picking one up, but I'm not doing that just yet because I've got something else planned that you guys will see in the future. So be sure to subscribe to my channel. So the Templar is one that I just had to have. When I seen it, just because of the imagery, just because of the design, and the trigger and everything is standard Glock. Now, I did make one upgrade to it. I replaced the factory sights with a set of excess big dots because I have carried this gun. The Templar is a beautiful gun. It's one that I am very glad to have. I have shot this gun. I have carried this gun. Of course, I am not going to carry a gun that I don't shoot. And it is a lot of fun to have. And I'm telling you, it's just an amazing design that they have on this gun. Of course, we've got to talk about the Springfield Echelon. Springfield has hit the ball out of the park with the Echelon. This gun has a super cool design, those real deep serrations that make it easy to grip, to rack, the slide. The trigger feels very good for a striker fired gun. It has a good reputation for reliability. I have had no issues with mine except for the magazine release that I've talked about in other videos. I did convert mine to a single-sided magazine release, and in my opinion, that makes that gun that much better. Mine is the standard full-size non-comped model. It's literally the original model that Springfield came out with, but it is still a great gun, and I'm going to have to say it is my favorite. Other people may like the comp models. Me, I like the original model for this gun. The only downfall to it, in my opinion, and this is purely my opinion, the sights on it. I'm not a big fan of the U-dot sights. They work, but for me, I have different preferences, and at some point I'm going to replace the sights with a set of XS big dots, and just in case I decide to carry this gun, which I've carried it around home, around my property, but I've not really carried it the way that I normally would as part of my EDC. But the gun is phenomenal. It's a lot of fun to shoot. It feels good in the hands. The ergonomics of the gun are great. The gas pedal that is on the front of it really helps you to get a good grip and manage. The recoil on this gun works well. And again, the gun is accurate. That's another point about this gun, is it is very accurate. Now, the last gun on this list is one that I never thought that I would be able to get my hands on, and it is from Military Armament Corp. And of course, that is the Mac 5. This gun is a clone of the H&K MP5, but without the H&K price. This gun has been a good, reliable gun, a lot of fun to shoot. I have burned up a ton of ammo with this gun, and it is designed identical to the H&K MP5. And if you're like me, if you grew up watching a lot of those old 1980s movies, those old Chuck Norris movies, those old movies about the Navy SEALs, the MP5 became a known classic immediately because of those movies, as well as when we seen the special operations units using them, national television, going into terror attacks and things like that. And the MP5 is just that classic gun, and what Mac has done is they have brought it to more shooters. The gun is literally made on old H&K equipment. It is made to the H&K specs. It's, again, a lot of fun to shoot. The trigger on this gun is a typical Mac 5 gun. I mean, it's a Mac 5 trigger. I mean, it's not going to be some super crisp trigger. And basically, it is a pistol caliber carbine with a lot of reputation behind it. For mine, I did add the SBA3 brace. I think that it makes the gun look and feel much better to have the brace on it. It also looks very traditional to the having one if you had a stock on it, which you could SBR this. I have not, and I don't plan to. The brace is fine for me. It works fine. As I'd mentioned earlier, there's no one is better than the other. It's just, here's the top 5 of my favorites for the year. And I'm glad to have each of these guns. They're a lot of fun to shoot. I really enjoy shooting them. I really enjoy taking them out to the range. That would not be possible without you guys watching these videos. This channel is basically a way that I share what I enjoy doing with you guys. And guys, I would appreciate it if you would like and share the video. Check out all of the links down below. Check out all of the folks that support this channel. Thank you to my channel members. As we go into the next year, I would invite those others that watch my channel to become a member, get early access to these videos. Guys, thanks for watching. Check out the rest of the videos on my channel, like and share the videos, and we will see you next time.